what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
No, I guess, you know, like,
yeah,
we have a different way of looking at it than she does, but it's always good to, you know, to know both parties when it comes to shit.
Yeah, she didn't really say much, but I don't really know what's gone on, to be honest. Other than I knew she joined Hydra.
I don't know, like, I would not sit here and say, hey, I have the answers, you know, that is wrong of me saying, but
yeah,
I think I would say I have, like, general assumption of what's going on, but like, I can put it from my point of view, right, in the beginning, because it kind of like, before she left, she was distances herself from the boys, and maybe some of us, you know, assume there's something wrong, something going on, the boys trying to be closer, but she's pushing them away, and comes to a limit where she doesn't feel like she belongs here anymore and stuff like that from her side, I guess. And the way we conduct business.
Yeah, see, when I was around, I would have never have thought that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think one of the thing was like she wanted people as well, you know, to reach out to her. Well, people were like, okay, she's one of top dogs, they don't reach out, you know. You reach out, like when I'm like next to Benji, you know, if I need you to do something, I reach out to you and tell you, you know. I don't think that you need to contact me and then I will tell you and assume that you should know what the fuck to do. I think a lot of like communication, a lot of like way of looking at things and doing things, and went to a boiling break. I never believed like somebody would leave, but like,
that's what I said when I first heard that. I never thought Ash would have left.
Yeah, I think it's better for you to like talk to all of the boys. I don't remember like 100%, but from my point of view, like I've seen the pattern before, you know. Before it all happened, like I seen the pattern of people distancing themselves, you know, from the people who actually are there for them and want to help them and do stuff, and you do other stuff instead and stuff like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
So like the best way in life, I guess, you know, from her point of view, talk to her, but for us, you know, like she left, she had her reasons. We are not perfect at Seaside. We try to work on whatever, you know, the issues were. I think one of the biggest issue was like communication and understanding, but I think that shit comes, you know, from both sides.
Yeah, definitely does.
Yeah, and she chose to, you know, leave. We didn't do anything about it. She handed over her flag and chain, and she left. And yeah, of course, you know, we tried to convince her to stay, of course, you know, but like when people have made up their mind, nothing much you can do.
Yeah, nah. Someone's got to make their mind made up like that.
Yeah, before the whole shit happened as well, she was in prison basically, you know, for cooking meth, I think, with Hydra.
Oh, it kind of all lines up and really done it.
Yeah, and the boys try to like it kind of line up, but it kind of doesn't either. Like like we don't care, you know, if you do stuff with other gangs. We always been like this, you know what I mean? Like like you can do whatever, you know, as long as, you know, when Rohan calls, you know, you drop whatever, you know, you're doing with other people and you come here, you know, because then we need you. But people were visiting in prison, and me including, you know, like I felt like I got pushed away per se, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you get a cold shoulder and you're there to try to help, but you don't know what to do. At the same time, you feel like the person in front of you you're trying to help don't want your help.
Yeah.
So I think it's very complicated, you know, it's very complicated, but from our point of view,
it's a sticky one.
Yeah, she left, and that is that, you know what I mean? Like, she left, she joined Hydra like fucking 5 days later, you know, after she left us. and we choose to just move on per se. We don't.
100%. That's what I said. I said there's no bad blood. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. That's it. That's it, really. But,
yeah. I think so. Like, but at the same time, like, I've been hearing a little bit here and there. You know, some small drops. You know that I can assume where it comes from, and it is not the nice thing. You know, like James Hayes called me a liar because I lied about something, and the only people who knew about that was like me, Benji, Ash, Chico, Reggie, you know, and I kind of like know where, you know, the information is coming from, stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to put too much into it, you know. Like, they can say what the fuck they want to say. I know who we are and what we are, you know, what we live for, what we do, and true to ourselves, you know, and nobody can rock with that anyways. But in the process,
yeah,
though,
that's it. You kind of cleared it for me, though. I'm not invested. It's just one of them. I wanted to know, kind of thing, what went on in a way.
I actually felt that, you know, like, a lot of people thought maybe, you know, when she left, you know, we will stumble and crumble. But I feel like we even became stronger.
Yeah, and that's good. That's good.
Yeah. But at the same time, you know, she've done a lot for us as well, you know, in the process of building the shit up, you know, like she was one of the tridents and she had done a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it must have definitely hurt you because it hurt me in a way. Definitely did.
Of course it hurts. I would be lying if I said it didn't hurt, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like...
It's something you can't doubt about. You know? Yeah, that's exactly, bro. I live by the motto, but it is what it is a lot, man. Like, you know what it is? Like, you just move on, bro. You said.
Yeah. There's nothing much you can do about it, per se, but I think, you know, like, if you need the time to grieve and be angry or upset or, you know, like... Yeah, be a little bit, how should I put this? Sentimental or you're sad about it, you know, like.
I mean, when I first heard it, it's just like one of them. It's like Ash, she was one of the leaders basically of Seaside, so it wasn't like just like a member or anything. Not like people are different, but it's different when it's a leader to a member. You know what I'm saying? So
it is. I
mean, I'm good. You know what I mean? She's doing what she's doing. I'm more than happy with that. It is what it is, right? We move on. We get stronger, bro. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know. Maybe she had too much on her shoulder. Like, I know that, like, Benji had to talk with me and Ash, you know, and told us, you know, to step up a little bit and be a little bit more bossy, you know, and not in the case of like being like strict with shit, but I can tell whoever, you know, like, people come to me and I tell them what to do, per se, you know what I mean? And people know, you know, where I stand and stuff like that. And I don't know if she maybe had a little bit harder time with that or not, but we're different as persons and personalities when it comes to shit. So a lot of shit went down, but I think the best way, like, how we dealt with it was like everybody, you know, have said their piece and use their time to get you know, over it, and we move on and don't hold it, you know, a grudge towards it or anger or whatever, you know. We just move on.
No grudges, no bad blood.
Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know from the other side, you know, I don't know if there's any grudges or angry or upset or whatever, but
yeah,
it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not happy, you're not happy, you know. That's like Benji always said that, you know, like, we're not forcing anyone to do anything, per se, you know.
Nah.
But at the same time, if I don't know you're not happy, you know, I cannot do anything about it either. So there's like always two sides of the fucking story.
No, you're completely right, bro. You are.
But at the same time,
I don't know, when I was last around, it seemed like everything was good. I mean, I've always enjoyed my time. I was just more surprised than anything, to be honest.
No, there was a heap of shit, you know, like, we had, for a while, basically, like, Julian as well. Julian and Ash were hanging with Hyder for a long time.
Yeah, I remember Julian when he left.
Then Julian left as well, and from my understanding, he didn't have, like, a per se reason. He left.
Yeah.
And, you know, shortly after, Ash left as well. I know they're Hydra, so, yeah.
And it does suck, but what can we do, man? We just do our thing. That's what it is, bro. You got me, we got everyone, everyone's got each other.
I need to care about the boys and the girls we have in Seaside right now, you know?
That's
and
it,
we
bro.
have a bunch of fantastic people, and we're doing our thing, you know? We've always been doing our thing.
That's it, man. That's it.
Like, it doesn't matter
man,
what
I just
people
thought it was
say
just
or
like
do.
a conversation that I needed to have, you know what I'm saying? With at least you, either you or Benji, you know what I'm saying?
No, but you can talk to Benji about it as well, because I think I have my view on it, and what I saw, I didn't see everything, because I talked to Benji afterwards, and he was like filling me in with some stuff I didn't know about, you know what I mean? So I think it's good for you
I'll
coming
definitely
back
bring
to
it
this.
up to Benji as well.
When it comes to Han and Rex, though, we were planning to have a big meeting, because after Ash left, and they put around cameras and stuff, and we were like, Ash and some of the Hydra boys, I think Miguel and some other, were like stalking that shit.
Wait, what do you mean they put down, like, they place cameras down?
Yeah, at the towers and down at the beach. We were having a big meeting about this, because we knew there was something coming, you know what I mean? Like, if a big figure in your fucking gang left, people will have different opinion and different, you know, view on it, you know? Some people would follow that person to the death, and other people would be like, hey, okay, she left, you know? It's all good. We move on. So we tried to have a talk.
I mean,
And then there was, we find cameras at the tower at the first time we had a talk. So we moved the meeting. And then we saw some cameras at Rex's foot. And then Han spoke up and said they were told to do it by Ash and stuff like that. And it was a heap show, basically.
Oh, fuck.
It ended up by me putting a bullet in Han's and Rex's head and just putting them in the fucking ocean. I don't fuck with that.
And to be honest with you, bro, yeah, I was about to say that shit. I don't fuck with that shit either.
No.
That's some wild stuff right there.
Yum.
Placing cameras and shit.
Yum.
And they're wearing the flag while they're doing that shit. That's cold.
Yum. They were not in it,
I'd have been behind you I would have been behind you myself, bro.
Yum. No,
Don't worry
I think
about
it was
that.
the right thing. The thing though is Han is dead. I think they recovered from what we did, and we saw Han. I've seen Rex as well, and I think like a week ago, maybe, or two, we got the information about Han passed away at the hospital.
So I don't get what Han's fault. This is what kind of Han was, you know what I mean? Han, I really liked Han too. I like everyone, but Han, I had the connection with Han too.
Yeah, I had a connection with Han as well.
And it baffles me, bro. It really does. I don't know. The guy had what he needed, man. He had a family there. I don't know.
Yeah, but
you guys brought him in, and he done something like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. But at the same time, you know, like, okay, I don't want this to come out the wrong way, but he was kind of like an Ash boy, you know, like he was with, I knew the boy, you know, like, were with the Aztecas, and he got kicked from the Aztecas because he was always at Uwu and working for Ash, you know, doing everything for her. And he was working there as well after he got kicked out, and we brought him along because he's a good guy, you know what I mean, but he came along because he was always around Ash and helping her out.
Yeah, that's how it was at first. It took a minute with Han, but once after a while, man, it was good stuff. You know what I mean?
No, Han was great, man. Han was great.
Yeah. Damn, man, that sucks. But I mean, that's crazy that he would do something like that. Both of them.
Yeah. But Rex, I don't have any remorse for. Fuck that guy, man. Fuck that fucking piece of shit.
I mean, to be honest, I love Han, I love the Rex, but there's some shit you just don't do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, Han, he was kind of like, how should I put this, when we talked, he was level-headed, he understood. You were able to talk to him, you could see it in his eyes and feel it in his voice, you know, he didn't want to do this, like, But he
couldn't
had to
have
do
been
it.
level-headed enough though, because he'd done it in the first place.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? That is the most crazy decision I've ever heard.
Yeah.
To do something like that.
If you've been there at the meeting and heard what fucking Rex was saying, man, it was wild.
What did he have to say?
Nah, like, this guy was so like fucking delusional and so fucking he like, you know, when you talk to people, including myself, like I can be a one-sided guy, but usually when I talk to you as well, I tell you, you know, like about this shit as well. There's always two sides of the fucking story, and I say I have one piece of it. You know what I mean? And the way I look at it, but at the same time, you need to talk to the person who left, you know, Ash, because she has a different view of it. But when we were listening to Rex, it was kind of like hearing Ash basically talking. So yeah, no, I have nothing like today. I have no grudges, you know. Like I see him down at fucking I say hello. I wished him a happy new year the other day, and he was like just grumping back at me. So I guess he didn't like
Rex
whatever.
was.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, fuck that guy.
Yeah. I mean, if you wishing him happy new year and he's not even if he can't even say it back, then I wouldn't give him the time of the day,
he
bro.
has something boiling in him. He doesn't like me for a bit, but I don't give a fuck about that, you know?
Yeah, that's it. I'll give him the time of the day, really, mate.
No.
Fuck that.
I still got a smile, you know, and big talk on my chest. I don't give a fuck, man. People can be who they are. Like I said, you know, I miss Han, but, you know, he did what he did, so, you know, fuck him as well, per se, I would say, but it's a bad spitting on people's grave, but...
Yeah, nah, yeah, it does.
He was a good egg. But what he did
He was a good egg, but he fucked up. Big time.
Big time. But the Rex...
And you can't come back from stuff like that.
Yeah.
That shit, there's a line, and once you cross that line, what you cross, there's no coming back.
Yeah, for me, there's one thing, you know, I live for. You know, I live for Seaside. Like...
Once there's no loyalty, bro, that shit.
Like
you're gone, basically.
You're not in Seaside for a person. You're not in Seaside like, yeah, you can say like you're following Benji per se, but he's Seaside, if that makes sense. But
yeah,
you're here for the family, you know, for everybody who's in Seaside. That's what I care about. And if you're here for other people's reason, then you're getting, you know, bad headaches. Nothing I can do about that. That goes.